Well, a very good afternoon and the warmest of welcomes I extend to all. Welcome along here on behalf of the good team at EVES at Whangarei to our auction room, and of course to our owners may extend that hand of gratitude for entrusting the exquisite team here at EVES with the marketing of your very fine offerings. It's certainly been our great privilege. Leading our auction team today, we're joined by our general manager, Nicky Bolcott. Assisting on the technology, well, we have the wonderful Robin Anderson. Now this fine lady, she will be displaying those feats at both numerical and technological dexterity, as Robin is in charge of the all-important bidding sequences we will see on screen beside me. The astute among you will know by now that Louis MacDonald is mine. It's an absolute pleasure to be conducting proceedings, but more simply here in the capacity to guide you good folk on your journey to ownership. Now, good folks, throughout the course of the campaign, Mr. Richard Lyon and his team, they have been your leading lights throughout the campaigns in question. They have walked with you hand in hand, answering your inquiries, conducting your viewings, and furnishing you with documentation which will aid in your purchasing decision here this afternoon. Among that documentation, they will have supplied you with a copy of the Real Estate Authority's approved guide to sale and purchase agreements. They will also have supplied you with a copy of the auction terms and particulars from which we work. And to those terms and particulars I shall take you now, good folk, as we run through the conduct of auction. It comes as no surprise to you that our owners, well, they offer up the property subject to the confidential written reserve prices. Subject to those reserve prices being reached, as auctioneer, I'm permitted to sell the properties to the highest bidders among you. Our owners, well, they have granted me that exclusive right to place bids on their behalf. That is what we refer to as the vendor bid. Any vendor bids that I do place, they'll be clearly identified too. As such, ironically, I shall use the term vendor bid. Any vendor bids that I do place, they will only ever occur well below the reserve prices where the properties are clearly not for sale. Now, bidders and buyers, as auctioneer, I may execute my right to refuse a bid. I do not deem it to be in the best interests of our owners. If a dispute during the bidding happens to arise, I shall simply arbitrate that dispute. Though as it may, I shall be a numerical conductor throughout that sweet symphony of the bidding, following my lead along to that grand finale of the call, which will be signified by the percussive beat of my gavel coming down in the rostrum like so. If you so happen to find yourself in that very fortunate position of holding that highest bid, then congratulations, you are deemed to be our purchaser. Your obligations are therefore twofold. Sign your name on the memorandum of contract and pay a deposit of a neat and easy 10% of the purchase price. Bidders and buyers are good folks. Those are your obligations. It would be ample if you do have any questions pertaining to the conduct of auction at this juncture. Jolly good. I shall take from your silence that you're as comfortable with these terms as I am, as we look toward our very first offering of today's proceedings, brought to the rostrum by that expert that is Mr. Richard Lyon. He brings for your consideration 65 McCullogh Road of Mangapai, more formally described as that estate in freehold enveloping some 6,070 square metres of prime rural terra firma, comfortably over an acre and a half in the old language, being lot 5 deposit land 136361, fully contained and described on that record of title volume NA80B 40637 of the North Auckland Land Registry. Vacant possession, it is on offer to you on that settlement date described as 15 working days from the date of this agreement. But good folks, let's reflect on the wonderful offering here of Mangapai. For your consideration, a picturesque home that affords that quintessential countryside lifestyle, offering a sprawling some 6,070 square metres of land that is both flat and established, providing those park-like grounds with that lush greenery, ideal for those who dream of that peace and that tranquility. Step inside and you will find the most charming of homes to discover that beautiful hardwood flooring throughout, and that open plan living space that provides that ease of living, that ease of lifestyle, whilst that large deck that is certainly a highlight, perfect for entertaining guests or enjoying those quiet evenings soaking in the serene rural surroundings. Not just a home and offer, good folks, but a haven, including that duality of separate two-bed garages, providing ample storage for the lifestyle equipment, or a perfect workshop there for the hobbyist or craftsman. And good folks, located in a tranquil community of Mangapai, convenient to town but far enough away that you can enjoy your very own private retreat. Bidders and buyers, I simply put myself into your hands as I look to you now for that opening bid, that opening offer. We're quiet on the auction floor, but I do put you a warning. Opening bids, opening offers on that first call. As we are aware of equally zealous parties outside of the room and not in that bidding position, so if you are here and you're cash and unconditional, I put you on notice on that second call. On that third and final chance, otherwise we move into that next phase of marketing. Jolly good, Richard. It seems our parties today, they'd rather speak to you than me, and I know those tuning online, they'll be happy to know that we'll move the property into that next phase of marketing. Richard, I assure you to keep your phone on you very close indeed, as I'm sure the telephone will be ringing very soon with the interest that we do have throughout the course of the campaign. Furthermore, let's look toward our second offering of today's proceedings. Again, welcome into the room, or welcome back into the room, Richard Lyon. He brings for your consideration of 44 Memorial Drive of Parahaki, more formally described as that estate in a freehold enveloped some 994 square metres more or less, as we say, in Lot 1 deposit plan 406331, fully contained and described on that record of title 422234. Vacant possession that is proffered up to you on that settlement date described as Tuesday, the 27th of August 2024. Let us look toward our offering here at 44 Memorial Drive. Nestled within that family favourite suburb of Parahaki, a canvas awaits your personal touch, poised to reap those rewards of your labours with its ample and natural light, those breathtaking panoramic views of the city, providing that serene backdrop to your daily living, an opportunity to renovate, to reshape it to become the home you've always wanted, with a spacious basement perfect for those personal projects, and a deck that invites you to soak in the stunning vistas every day. Whether you're a seasoned renovator or a first-time DIY enthusiast, the potential here is most certainly boundless. Located minutes from the CBD, with all the conveniences and amenities the city has to offer, along with popular parks and the walking trails, yet elevated in position to afford you that peace, to afford you that privacy and tranquility, awaiting those with vision to allow the underlying potential to shine. Bidders and buyers, I'm in your hands. Opening bids, opening offers for 44 Memorial Drive. Give you about a moment to reflect on the immense opportunity here at 44 Memorial Drive as I go around the room 3 times and 3 times alone. On that first call, second call, or dare you enter that valley of shadows known as the conditional market, for I promise you you'll not enjoy it there. On that third and final chance, well, bidders and buyers, I do take rejection very personally indeed, but I know you're in very good hands with Richard Lyon and guiding you on your way to ownership on our wonderful offerings here today. Richard, it seems our parties, they'd rather speak to you than me today, but we certainly cannot blame them for about a moment, because I'll know that we'll get some soul signs on such wonderful offerings there very, very soon indeed. That concludes our auction today at EVES. Thank you very much for your attendance. Rest assured the good team here at EVES are more than happy to assist you on your journey to ownership. Good afternoon.